right, folks, welcome back to our summer preview live from Origins. You're watching the Dice Tower. This is Sam Healy, and this is Greg Spence. Nice to meet you, or see you again, from the Broken Token. And this gargantuan monstrosity here is Gloomhaven.
Yes.
So put the two together, you'll see what we're about to show you.
Right, yeah, we have something pretty exciting coming up for Gloomhaven. We're real happy to show it to everybody. We've teased a few pics here and there, but nobody's really actually seen the organizer till now, so this is kind of an exclusive.
Yeah, we like those.
Right.
All right, well,
you want to dig right into it?
Let's crack it open,
all right,
man.
So
let's go.
I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar with Gloomhaven and how large of a game this is.
Yes.
We'll do our best to get everything out here. It's presented a lot of challenges for us. There's a lot of components to fit in here.
Right.
Our ultimate goal was really to, like with all of our organizers, speed up the setup and teardown of this game. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but when my friends and I sit down to play, we're like, you know, how many scenarios can we fit in a night?
Right.
Before that one guy that everybody has in their group has to leave because he's got work in the morning, or because he's got to go take care of the kid or something.
Right.
And we're like, no, one more scenario. So if you're like us, anything that you can do to speed up the setup and teardown is going to let you do that one more game a night. It's like, can we do 3 tonight? Can we do 4 tonight? So that was really our goal with this thing. So we've got the top tray here. And I'll just preface this by saying this came with us in the truck all the way from San Diego, California. We're in Columbus, Ohio. And then I've hauled it back and forth to convention hall a couple of times. And this is the first time I'm opening it. So it's a great test run here.
All right,
so
cool.
We've got the first tray here that organizes all the tiles. And I'm not going to unpack them right now because that will take up some time.
Yeah.
And then underneath that, we've got the game board. And we've got the instruction manuals and the scenario rule book. And then we start getting into all the trays related to organizing this game. It's tremendous. So we've got a tray here for all the status tokens. And we've got another tray for health and for gold. And then we've got trays for all the pieces that you need in order to set up your scenarios. Now these are all organized nicely. I'm gonna have to stack some things up on top so that you can see them. These are all organized by type. So when you need a door or you need a wall piece, you can see it very easily. They're not turned on their side where you got to dig through them. You can see the visuals, you can grab it, and you can set up quickly. That's really the goal. Then we've got, let's see here if I can pull everything out correctly. We got your card organizers for storing all of your item cards. Plenty of dividers for organizing the items you've unlocked versus the items you've not unlocked. We've taken all that into consideration.
And these are all sleeved too, so there's plenty of room in there.
Everything in this here is sleeved. So then we've got your full-sized card tray here as well.
Gosh.
Then we've got a separate tray for all of the monsters. Make sure I can get that in there. So all of your monster tiles and all the I forget what they're called, the holders that you put the monsters in. All that's in one tray, so you can keep that very easy next to the table. So then we get into characters. Since there's so many characters in this box, we opted to store everything still in their original box until you unlock that character and you use it. Then we made a cool set of trays here for your unlocked characters. And these trays allow you to store your character sheet, your and we did have a little bit of shuffling, but that's normal. And then we've got your cards for your deck, your attack cards, and everything else for that character can be held right here in the tray. So that's super convenient. So
it is.
Our plan is if you decide to switch to another character, you unlock another one, then you would typically take these components, pack it back in its original box, keep the 4 you're actively playing with inside these 4 character trays here. Then we've got a holder for the miniatures. And then we've got a separate holder for the standee bases. And then a holder for the additional tokens that you need for setup. And then one of the coolest things here, and the one thing you'll have to give us a little bit of leeway on, we don't have the final printing of these tuck boxes yet. These are our prototype tuck boxes, so they're just in white. But these will come with the organizer, full color printed with artwork from the monsters on them and the names of the monsters on the top. So the cool thing about this tray is we looked at what others were doing out there in terms of storing monster cards and monster standees. And we didn't want to separate the cards from the standees because every scenario you're going to set up 4, 5, 6 monsters and you got to be fiddling with where's their cards, where their standees, and that's one of the slowest parts of getting the organizer out. With our solution, you're going to have 30 tuck boxes, again with the monster names printed right on the spines of the top. So if you need archers, you find the archer box, you open it up, and then inside the box you've got your standees and your cards, so you're ready to go. So this makes it super easy for you to grab the monsters that you need and get them to the table. So again, these white boxes are not the final. The final will be full color printed. This is a licensed organizer from Cephalofair, so we're working directly with Isaac on it.
That's
and it
really
will have
cool.
art from the game, and it'll have kind of the name of the monster on the top like that. I don't know if that's really very visible, but this is really key to setting up quickly.
That's
we really
cool.
think people that play Gloomhaven, this is going to be a must-have. I mean, it's a lot, as you can see, but this game is tremendous. There's so many components.
You probably cut 20, 30 minutes off just by having this organized
easily.
like this.
I mean, and the thing that's fun about the game, all the different scenarios, the downside is every time you reset and play another scenario, you're wiping the board, you're putting new tiles out, you have to find all new monsters. It's like setting up and tearing down a whole new game. Even though you're playing the same game, there's a lot of downtime between scenarios. So we really wanted to cut that down so you can play as many scenarios as you can in an evening. And we think we've really achieved it with this. We're really proud of it.
Almost feels like a labor of love more than just like a business proposition.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, that's how this all started with us. Like, I never really set out to make this a business. I was just making things that I wanted for my gaming group, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't think that other people would be interested in the type of organizing that I was making, but sure enough, it was the same problem everybody else faced. And that's how we got to where we are today with these solutions. And we've been loving it. So like you said, it's a labor of love. We make it so that we like it, and we find that's the best way that the customers will like it.
Yep, that's cool.
Awesome.
That is amazing. Now, how long does it take to put this guy together?
This one, I have not done one start to finish in a sitting. I'm going to guess for this number of components, it's probably about, depending on your level of familiarity with our products, you're going to spend between maybe an hour and a half putting these together.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's like putting together a model. You know, most people really enjoy the time that they do put it together. It's a little bit of work, but once you get it set up, you know, people are really happy with our engineering, and it goes together quickly.
Tuck boxes, are they going to come assembled?
They come flat.
They come flat.
So
yeah,
they're pre-glued, so everything comes together, you know, flat and glued. So I don't know if this is one of the close samples. This should be. So yeah, they're basically going to come to you opened up and flattened out.
Okay.
But they will be already pre-glued. You don't have to like assemble them or anything like that. They'll basically be like this in the box, right?
Gotcha.
30 of these.
Gotcha.
And there's two different sizes. There's a small and a large, and that way we could optimize the amount of space they were taking up.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be super nice.
That's really cool. So what are you guys looking at as far as production and availability and all that kind of stuff?
We think that this will probably be out in about 3 weeks, I would say 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
That timeline can change a little bit. It really just depends on our production cycle, but we're shooting for that 3 to 4 weeks from now.
Okay.
Definitely in time for before Gen Con. We'll have them at Gen Con, but they'll probably release right before it online. So
okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a price point?
Yeah, so the MSRP on this one is going to be around $79.99. Now we're still looking at that to see if we can tweak it down. It's one of the largest organizers that we've done inside the box.
Yeah.
And we understand people are price conscious, and we always hear, you know, well, that's the cost of another game. But this is not designed for the person that wants to play another game. It's like if you have Gloomhaven and you want to get through that scenario book, what good's another game going to be on your shelf, right? Like this is the one you want to get through. So this it's going to save you so much time for you and your friends. It's going to be well worth it.
Gotcha. All right, man. Looks like you knocked it out of the park again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Greg, for stopping by.
Thanks for having us on, man. Appreciate it.
Very much. We're going to send you over to Mark for a Q&A for just a few moments. We'll see you guys on the flip side.
Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome back to the QA. So I'm here with Greg from Broken Token.
Should I use this?
Yes, please.
Hello.
How are you, man?
Good, man. How are you?
So that Gloomhaven insert looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
A lot of people are asking, is it going to work for the second printing of Gloomhaven?
Yes, it is designed to be compatible with the second printing. Yep.
Okay. How about the side, the expansion, and all that?
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So our current organizer works great with the base game and invaders from afar.
Okay.
We work directly with Jamie on a solution for the Wind Gambit and the next expansion beyond that.
Okay.
One of the cool things about about Jamie's, he recognized how important storage solutions are to customers and how much customers want to keep their game all in one box, especially after people have invested in like the collector's edition of Scythe and they have that like numbered box top. They want to keep that. So we came up with a really cool solution, and this was Jamie's idea, but he's doing this in conjunction with other insert providers. He's designed an official box, a Scythe box, that's the same dimensions but taller, and it'll take your existing collector's edition top over the top. So since it's the same footprint, all of our existing organizers that people have already bought will work for it. We'll be creating an extension organizer that goes in there with it that will hold the Wind Gambit plus his last expansion. And so we actually have a final plan that will work. Anybody who's already invested in the Scythe organizer can continue to use it. And we'll have this edition plus the larger box available for people that still want to get it down into one box and preserve your collector's edition lid. So hopefully that checks off all the boxes that people want.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's see what else we have here. So what any other special inserts coming up that you can talk about?
Well, so we have at Origins, we're releasing our insert for the new game from Arcane Wonders, Spoils of War.
Oh, yeah.
So that's coming out at the show. We have that insert available here for people to buy on site, and it'll be available online shortly after, probably within the next week, I would say. Then the Gloomhaven is the next large organizer that we're working on. We also have a couple other publisher titles we're doing. We've got an upcoming organizer for the Dresden Files cooperative card game, which will help you wrangle everything, get it all into one box. And then we've got a few other ones coming out the gate. I'm just trying to remember what everything is now. So we have a Tonto Kure big box organizer. We have, boy, what else? There's a lot of stuff on the schedule. We have a Terra Mystica organizer is almost complete. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things coming up.
Great. Well, that's exciting stuff. And when do some of those going to be available?
So, you know, we're still kind of taking it step by step. And sometimes, you know, like, for example, right now, we're just setting the Gloomhaven date. So that's probably 3 to 4 weeks out. Past that, we don't have a specific hard date for those. But watch our website, and, you know, they'll come soon.
All right, let's see if we have anything else from folks here.
I'm just going to kind of show the cards, but we have one of each color, one of each number.
Oh, I know. So I don't put you on the spot, but there you had the little contest going on about between Black Plague versus Arcadia Quest,
right? Yeah.
Do you have an update on that?
Yeah, so both those games have been in high demand. We have a lot of people asking for organizers for those, and anybody that plays them knows they've gone well beyond one box. And the results were very interesting. They came down within 5 votes of each other. Of all of our social media channels and everywhere that people could respond, it literally came down to within 5 votes, and Arcadia Quest barely inched it out. But we hear everybody that Black Plague is just as important. It wasn't like, you know, 2 to 1 or anything like that. So we understand both of them are a priority. I have my personal favorite, but I'm not going to say which one it is because I don't want to take sides. But I love them both, actually. I love playing Arcadia Quest. And Black Plague, I haven't played yet, to be honest. So like I've played all the original Zombicide stuff. I've been painting all my Black Plague miniatures, and I have this weird desire to like not want to play it till all my miniatures are painted. And I don't know if that's going to actually happen or not. But I've been making really good progress on painting them, and I'm looking forward to playing it really soon. So hopefully, you know, we'll knock one out, you know, in the near future, and then hit up the other one soon after. So it's really up to you guys and the votes, and you know, how much people want to see those organizers. So.
Now, one other thing folks are asking about, you know, you do amazing job if you get inserts that are maybe not quite, things aren't quite fitting together. So, or if you get damaged parts. So, can you talk about that a little bit and how you help customers out?
Yeah, I mean, we you know, obviously, we want to shoot for perfection. We want everything to be perfect, but life happens, you know. Technology happens. There can always be some mistake. There can be a miscut. There could be a piece mispacked in the mail. If something like that happens, then just reach out to us. You know, contact our customer service department. We pride ourselves in having the best customer service in the industry. If you need a part, if you need, you know, if you're not happy with something, we'll take care of you. You're not going to have to worry about, you know, trusting us with, you know, your hard-earned money. Like if you're going to put that faith in us, we're going to take care of you and make sure that product is exactly what you want. So we're happy to do that. And it just, you know, for some reason I completely skipped over earlier question. 2 big organizers I forgot to mention.
Yes, please.
But we partnered again with our friends at Artana to do an organizer for Einstein,
really?
which is actually shipping out very soon for fulfillment.
Cool.
That went out with a Kickstarter, so that's another game. It's new. It's not out yet, but it's really cool. I've seen it and played it, and that game will be fulfilled through Kickstarter soon with our organizer. And then we also did a similar deal with indie boards and cards for Aeon's End. So I don't know why I spaced on those two, but it's been a long day. But we have an organizer coming out for Aeon's End that's going to hold everything plus the expansion that they just released in Kickstarter.
Great.
So 2 more things coming up.
All right, that's fantastic. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. Greg, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good one.